मैंने मैच भी लाया मेरे को नहीं सोना है और एक गाड़ी चल गई इसके बाद 2 मिनट्स पहले सिग्नल दिया तो ऑटो का ऐसे बस हर जगह 2 मिनट से ऑटो नहीं दिया मैंने हमारी हटा क्लास के बीच में ब्रेक के बीच में माइंड से वो बीच कुछ और बस Mask just in case there are more thoughts. Exercise. Better than this way. I don't need it. That is probably the but they also probably difficult to say. Malaman yan. Mask niya. Mask rin na. बताया कि ना अच्छा अच्छा मार्क्स नहीं है कैसे बनते अच्छा मार्क्स नहीं है मतलब मिले नहीं मेरे को लगा मार्क्स करना है इंग्लिश का हमारे साथ इसको भी 70 लगाने हैं आयो क्लास तो क्या वैसे भी मत पूछ सकते हैं आई डोंट नो चाहिए ना पहले सारे तभी and आपको finally periodic table मतलब कब बदलेंगे आप periodic table only I'm not going That's it. I have to be favorite with the adults. मैंने मैथ्स भी लाया ये मेरा भी बुक है अच्छा नहीं आज ही लाके बता दी अरे मेरा 70% के नीचे नहीं है बिल्कुल भी मेरा 80 है मैथ्स ऐसे है ना 70 के नीचे रहेगा तो कंपल्सरी लेवल के एमबीबीएस के लेवल पर मेरे तो थोड़ा से भी आके कुछ तो है ऐसे 70 या 80 के नीचे मैंने 3 महीनों से टेस्ट नहीं दिया एक महीना हो गया परसेंटेज बढ़ रहा है अरे ये टाइम हमेशा में सारा आयुष के बाद में एक टेस्ट दिया तो उसमें 80% आया और उसका टोटल परसेंटेज पीटीएम में 80 था एक टेस्ट ये लोग क्या सर्टिफिकेट आई इसका बिना इसने एक टेस्ट दिया उसको देखो 98% है ना एक मंथ जो टॉप करता एक टेस्ट दिया इसलिए better because she couldn't say always had a example I last thank you
Last time we have completed. Taking on board this person of hydrogen with against page number 104. Already we have completed with periodic table. Then we have taken the periodic table.
Periodic table कुछ नहीं किया था periodic से खाली थे
Okay. We have completed the periodic table. Then we come.
if they are not working in the last minute said like
Inside the 10 time we have discussed the activity series. So last time I have given you elements, additional elements that the activity series. Okay, so what is that sequence? जो मैंने दिया था वो पता वो वाला सीक्वेंस पता था वर्टिकली आप लोग ओके चेक करो पोटेशियम आप लोग लिख लो पोटेशियम सोडियम कैल्शियम मैग्नीशियम एल्युमिनियम then carbon zinc iron nickel hydrogen copper silver gold platinum CuAg Au and Pp. Now in this reactivity series which elements are more reactive soft elements middle elements they are moderate reactive and the bottom element they are less reactive. Yes, so with respect to hydrogen we have considered it. Hydrogen can replace the lower element
yeah
with upper or still lower element.
it cannot displace your element
Cannot display lower element, but you can display upper element.
no
No. Reactivity किसका कम है?
नीचे वाले
नीचे वाले का कम है, तो फिर डिस्प्ले कौन सा हो जाएगा? नीचे वाला क्यों होगा? रिएक्टिविटी कम है वो रिएक्ट होके हट जाएगा बाकी नीचे वाला ऊपर से रिएक्ट हो जाएगा then what else we have seen the reducing agent मिला कौन से the reducing agent hydrogen carbon monoxide hydrogen carbon monoxide and carbon gas the reducing agent they are used for the extraction of aluminium याद रखना है पर आंसर है next year there will be extraction of aluminium then reaction of hydrogen sorry reaction of metal with water and metal with HCl it's a product reaction of metal with water
hydrogen
metal with water hydroxide metal with oxygen
carbon
no
dioxide
metal with oxygen it is oxide metal with water it is hydroxide metal with carbon dioxide it's sodium carbon these three types of reaction okay so metal with hydroxide it will form sorry metal with water it form hydroxide with hydrogen gas and metal with hydrochloric acid it again form metal chloride with hydrogen gas but there is no reaction of metal with water and HCl because it is down in that sense below hydrogen atom. अब वो वाली रिएक्शन नहीं देखी थी यहाँ पर ये पेज नंबर 108 क्या करेंगे स्टार्ट करें okay we have next part displacement of hydrogen by alkalis displacement of hydrogen by alkalis. This alkalis with water they form hydroxide. अभी just हमने किया था ना, so write down first. Hydrogen is also obtained when metal react with alkali. This metals are Zn, Al and Pb. Formula से बोल डालो हाँ. Zn, Al and Pb to full stop. The oxides and hydroxides are amphoteric in nature. Oxide बेटा नहीं दो. Oxide and hydroxide are amphoteric in nature. Oxides and hydroxides are amphoteric in nature. What is meaning of amphoteric? ये हमने शायद last time discuss किया था amphoteric. Page number 104. Amphoteric in nature. याद रखना रंग बदल देते हैं. अगर आप इसको एसिड के साथ भी करोगे रिएक्ट तो वो बेस के जैसे बिहेव करेगा. अगर आप बेस के साथ में रिएक्ट करोगे it will behave like a acid. Okay, so underline that term amphoteric. Amphoteric. What is meaning of amphoteric?
Base reacts with base.
Oxide and hydroxide. Okay, both things are given together. When they are allowed to react with acid, then they will behave like a
Base.
and when they are allowed to react with base, they will behave as acid. Underline it.
After amphoteric substance is reacted with acid, then the product will be this product.
Salt and water. A normal neutralization reaction to form salt and water. Okay, but it may happen that, for example, if you are preparing any of the product, अगर आपको बनाना है ammonia, for example, so in the reactor side we need nitrogen and hydrogen. Without that, it is not possible. Now I am saying it will be neutralization reaction with the salt and water. But अगर हमारे formula में oxygen नहीं रहेगा तो water form नहीं होगा. But other products, whatever the main thing, it will be salt. Understood ना? So that also we have to cross check every time whether salt water is formed or not. Amphoteric हो गया. Then यहाँ पे दिया है amphoteric in nature, that is they react with acid as well as base to give salt and water. Here 4 to 5 reactions are given. Note down those reactions. First one is zinc with 2 NaOH forming Na2Zn O2. This is sodium zincate. Zn plus 2 NaOH giving Na2Zn O2 plus H2. Okay, now see here salt is formed, along with that hydrogen gas is released. This salt, it is known as sodium zincate. Second reaction is with next alkali KOH, which is very reactive. Okay, K stand first in that reactivity C. So without looking, try to write down this reaction. Second one. With NaOH, you have written reaction. Now write down with KOH. Just replace Na with K.
Okay.
Product.
K2Zn
K2Zn O2. Now what will be the name of this compound? Potassium zincate. Now third is with Pb and NaOH. Pb with NaOH. Just remember the first formula. Depending on first, you can write down. Formula is very simple. It is NaZnO2. Every time you have to change the metal. Na2Zn O2. Only metal we are changing. Huh? Remaining part Zn O2 will remain the same. Okay. Then next one, after that there is a reaction with aluminium with NaOH. So balance कर लो उसको 2Al plus 6 NaOH giving 2 Na3AlO3 plus H2. ये दोनों का नाम आपको फाइंड आउट करना है. मैंने इनका नाम ये फाइंड आउट किया. So start it and find out the name because in exam teacher may ask you write the reaction, balance the reaction, complete the reaction, write the name of the.
सोडियम एल्यूमिनेट
नाम बताओ. Sodium aluminium oxide and potassium aluminium. एक पर one is trioxide and this contains 3 oxygen, another contains 2 oxygen. तो वो नाम आप बराबर से find out करो. And in all of this reaction, along with salt, hydrogen gas is released. Check करो. Salt with hydrogen gas. Water is not formed, right? Then next one, come on this side. 105. Oxide and hydroxide of zinc, lead and aluminium are amphoteric. Same thing is even because they can react with acid and base. So reaction with both acid and base is even. So take any one of the oxide and carry out the reaction here in your book. It is with ZnO and NaOH.
And last one let me here there is oxygen. So why is water now? 104 पे last one. KOH plus KOH.
Last one. उसको डाइल्यूट करके रिएक्शन ये प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म करने के लिए किया है. फर्स्ट वाले के लिए नहीं किया है यहाँ पर. Maybe this reaction is with KOH. This reaction is exothermic. And K being a strong electropositive, it might be the reason it may working as a coolant. Then this is a possibility. Yeah. Then on this side, reaction of ZnO and ZnO with HCl and NaOH is given. Write down quickly. Try करो हाँ. Salt and water neutralization. Right now, acid base reaction you are doing. In one reaction there is HCl. In one reaction ZnO with HCl. First one. Second is ZnO with NaOH. So here acid. This will act as base. This is base. This will act as an acid. And next what? Giving in both the reaction there is a formation of salt and water. So with Zn and HCl, कौन सा salt form होगा? Zn and HCl.
ZnCl product.
ZnCl2 and water H2O. Balance, you need to balance this reaction too. Correct? 2 HCl. Then with this one, Na2ZnO2 same sodium zincate plus H2O balance करना है. 2 oxygen check करो 3 then hydrogen 2 which is balance.
Yes.
So in this part where we are doing displacement of hydrogen by alkali. Okay, displacement of hydrogen by alkali, in which oxide they are amphoteric in nature. Main focus should be on the amphoteric nature. Which oxide are amphoteric in nature? Zinc oxide, but the zinc wale metals, aluminium and lead. These three, zinc, aluminium and lead. These three, they are showing amphoteric nature. Amphoteric nature means when they are reacted with acid, they will behave like a base. When they are reacted with base, they will behave like a acid. And product, acid is neutralization reaction, product is salt and water. Okay, just remember this formula, it is very important. From this formula, you can complete the remaining part. This is sodium, zinc. सोडियम जिंकेट याद रखो हाँ सोडियम जिंकेट Na2ZnO2 शांति समझ में आया पक्का ओके नेक्स्ट पार्ट इट इज हाँ
वो जो नाम है ना 2Na3Al3 का उसमें AlO3 is aluminate and KAlO2 वो एक मेटा एल्यूमिनेट
नहीं ऐसे मैं तुझे थोड़ी नाम नहीं बताऊंगी आप टेक्स्ट बुक में देखो you have टेक्स्ट बुक देखी
इसमें है फर्स्ट चैप्टर में
अच्छा इसमें है ना सी yesterday I was there in 10th standard preparation of ammonia was given in volume it is given 8 to 12% by volume it is found and in textbook it is 15% by volume समझ में आया ना so directly I cannot trust any of the thing better whichever textbook you are referring ना with that reference you can write down और खुद में बना रहे हो अच्छी बात है okay but again we need to take reference ना our judge whatever name you are writing even it is right or not so use your textbook for this okay then next one laboratory method of preparation quickly make this figure now and while making this figure see the arrangement how it is done अच्छे से फिगर बना के लो because many times they are asking giving figure label and explain the figure or prove how it is lighter than air कैसे क्वेश्चन आता है how you can prove that this particular gas is formed okay activity self study that question can be there
हम लोग ने एक्सपेरिमेंट कर दिया
कहाँ पे experiment this one
concentrated hydrogen gases zinc
आपका student
same names
शांति अभी तुमको तो करना पड़ेगा ऑलरेडी हैव डन एक्सपेरिमेंट इन स्कूल ना छोटी शांति बड़ी शांति बहुत शांति ड्रॉ दिस फिगर प्रॉपर्ली ओके आप ड्रॉ कर देना मैं साइड बाय साइड आपको बता दूंगी नाउ इन दिस फिगर देयर इज flat bottom flask okay in that there are zinc granules and in that flask by the help of Hill's funnel acid is added it may be hydrochloric acid or it may be sulfuric acid our requirement for the experiment is H hydrogen reactant form so either you can use HCl or you can use H2SO now the end of that funnel it is deep inside that solution reaction mixture in order to have continuous supply of this acid
and to prevent the escape of hydrogen
gas and another side there is a delivery tube which can produce hydrogen okay which can produce hydrogen and deliver it to the another jar that jar contain water as hydrogen it is lighter than water it will be collected above the water same thing it is given there in between we are not using any of the drying agent nothing is used because this hydrogen gas we will be passing from water अगर ड्राइंग बीच में यूज भी कर रहे हो तो उसका कोई यूज नहीं है because again it will pass from water it will get spread so directly this pass through water now here reaction is given with HCl as well as it is given with hydrochloric acid in both the cases there is a formation of H2 gas either with ZnCl2 or ZnSO4 now one more thing it is given here observation part when reaction starts okay अच्छा करो समझ के फिगर करो So that during exam, if such figure you are getting without taking any reference, you can explain it properly.
Because this prediction of hydrogen in practical.
प्रैक्टिकल भी होता है Good. और क्या कर देते हो फिर वो हाइड्रोजन गैस हाउ यू आइडेंटिफाई द हाइड्रोजन इज प्रोड्यूस्ड
One is
वन
ये बड़ी फिल्टर के पास
इसको क्या होता है आता है बॉक्स
मेरे पार्टनर
बट whether you are collecting that gas finally or छोड़ देते so small apparatus
अब वैसे apparatus नहीं था टेस्ट ट्यूब में छोटा छोटा ड्रिप डाला और ऐसे
टेस्ट में ही कर
हाँ
with the help of that rubber ball है ना
नहीं रबर बॉक्स नहीं रखा ऐसे फिर भी हुआ कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड डाला हमारे लैब टीचर जैसे हाथ से लिखते हैं
हाँ तो मैं भी हाथ से ही
हम पर ऐसे नहीं
so what
नहीं कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड उसमें शुभ नहीं
हाँ ऐसे ही हम लोग लेते क्योंकि हम लोग को आदत हो गया है ऐसे डाल के लेकर
पहले दिन मेरे हाथ में एनओएच गिर गया था और डर गया
एनओएच गिर गया क्यों डर गया क्या हो गया
अब सब लोग बोलते हैं
कुछ हुआ क्या
नहीं
हनी टच इट वाज सोपी टच
हाँ सब भी हो गया
और कुछ नहीं सोप में भी तो रहते हैं ना सोडियम पोटेशियम कुछ होता है क्या
हमको NO2 का ढूंढना था प्रैक्टिकल
NO2 नाइट्रोजन हाँ
अब मेरा पीछे ब्लूटूथ पूरा टेस्ट ट्यूब हो बाद में सर बोले
कुछ ये यहाँ पे तो लास्ट वीक में since from last 2 weeks continuously I was taking practical of integrated student even I use that all 3 acid type acid हम लोग we are not using holder the drop हम बच्चों को सिर्फ बोलते use this and that तो because of some dye preparation ये मेरे finger tips पूरे ऐसे येलो येलो हो गए शांति वगैरह ने देखा रहेगा ना मैंने बताया भी था ये येलो हो गया now it is clear we have done with all the practicals of 12th standard then okay मैं आपसे पूछ नहीं रही थी बताती थी आपको in this arrangement here water arrangement is said we have to collect hydrogen gas as it is that it is collected above water one another thing we can see bubbles here okay आपने भी शायद देखे रहेंगे वाटर में कलेक्ट किया रहेगा पता नहीं कैसे कलेक्ट किया अभी यहाँ पे एक टर्म यूज किया है efferences means what so when you open the new bottle of any cold drink से better होती Pepsi Cola Sprite वो वाला जब आप open करते हो then the moment when you open it you will find bubbles are coming near the cap okay तो वो जो appearance रहेगा bubbles आने वाला that particular thing it is known as efferences remember this huh? So in case of hydrogen gas if the reaction is vigorous you will get more and more but as the time passes when the reactant is consumed the amount of bubble it will slow down और जब पूरा हाइड्रोजन बन के तैयार हो जाएगा उसमें the reactant all is converted into product you will not find bubbles okay the efferences simple word bubbling and this bubbling it is similar to our cold drink याद रखना है इसको so that bubbling it is visible now another observation hydrogen collected by the downward movement of water by downward movement because here the hydrogen it is lighter so water it will go down okay now if you see this particular thing now there will be slight difference in the water level जो अंदर डाला हुआ है हाइड्रोजन ऊपर कलेक्ट हो रहा है ऑटोमेटिकली जार के अंदर जो पानी वो थोड़ा थोड़ा because it will occupy some space volume ना तो it will थोड़ा थोड़ा come out in this outside बाहर निकल के नहीं जाने वाला इतना नहीं करना है हमको so there is a downward displacement of water because it is lighter than air and it is insoluble in water main point it is insoluble in water otherwise if it is soluble in water then instead of getting hydrogen gas it will be in dissolved condition H2O will be converted into H3O positive बराबर है that solution will become acidic in nature Then here it is given, it can be prepared in lab, okay. It cannot be collected by downward displacement of air. Why? By
Because it is.
lighter than air. This means air it is heavier than hydrogen. तो जो heavy है वो तो पीछे ही बैठेगा ना. Then because it forms a very explosive mixture with it. Remember this hydrogen gas के जो cylinder रहते they are never kept in the open space. Because it is explosive in nature. Immediately it catches fire. There are many impurities with hydrogen, so it has to be removed. Now the impurities and how to be removed it is given. Now again in order to remove the impurities this conical class arrangement is given. Serially it will be removed and at the end it will be dried. It is dried with the help of one side drying agent, देखो which drying agent and anhydrous calcium chloride है. It is anhydrous calcium chloride. Okay, calcium chloride. Now we underline करके रखो. Now see here, before going for the underline part, just look at that arrangement. Impure H2. Okay, it is impure. It contains H2S, SO2, oxide of nitrogen, CO2, PH3, ASH3 as well as water. Okay, ये सब कुछ है. We have not dried it. We have not removed the impurity. Whatever H2S, H2 is obtained by the displacement, it is directly passed for removing the impurities. In first conical class, there is silver nitrate solution. Okay, this silver nitrate solution will help to remove PH3. Is it
Not
clear?
45. Arsen and
वो
phosphate.
तो सब ठीक है, but look at the product. PH3 plus AgNO3 on product side it is PBS.
बुक में इसका रिएक्शन नहीं है सिर्फ टेबल में दिया है.
So this is little bit spicy, huh? Just make spicy. समझ में आया मुझे क्या बोल रहे हैं वो? Here it is PH3 phosphine तो है, but on product side it is PB and along with that S is again there. समझ में आया? हाँ? Nitric acid, okay, HNO3 and again HNO3. Please, if this reaction is there in your any of the textbook, now please check this reaction. Then next one, so here which impurities will be removed? दिया तो नहीं है उन्होंने. Next देखते हैं. Next chamber में lead nitrate solution to remove H2S. Okay, hydrogen sulfate can be removed by lead nitrate, which is in second conical class. Then third conical class contain KOH, and this helps to remove SO2, CO2, and oxide of nitrogen. And the last one, it is a drying agent, fused calcium chloride caustic. Caustic NaOH can be used or phosphorus pentaoxide removes water vapor. So any of this can be used. Three are given, either calcium chloride or caustic or phosphorus pentaoxide. For what purpose we are using this? Drying agent in order to have dry hydrogen gas. Then gas is finally dried, purified and collected over mercury because it does not react with it. So it does not react with water, it is insoluble in water as well as it does not react with mercury. ये दो चीजें आपको याद रखनी है. H2SO4 is not used to dry hydrogen as it's combined with hydrogen. जैसे कि मैंने आपको water वाले reaction में बोला था, अगर वो water में soluble होता तो क्या हो जाता था? Instead of having hydrogen gas directly, we could have get H3O positive. Same way, here H2SO4 plus H2, it will give 4H2O and SO2. And this is not our point of interest. We are preparing H2 gas in order to have H2. But if you use this drying agent, H2SO4, which is king of all the acid, then automatically what happens? Instead of having H2, again you will get 4. हाँ तो हमको वो नहीं चाहिए, बराबर है ना? Then next one, precaution. Which precaution should be taken? So as hydrogen, it easily catches fire, so leakage should be prevented. Right now, so second point is given, in first point is given, mixture of hydrogen and air is highly exposed. It immediately catches fire. अगर खुला छोड़ दिया कहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन का सिलेंडर, immediately catch fire. Hence apparatus should be airtight. हमने कलेक्ट नहीं किया था लैब में, हमको कहीं पे हाइड्रोजन गैस का सिलेंडर नहीं मिलेगा लैब में, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा? It is exposed. It catches fire easily. Okay, then there should not be any leakage of the gas. थोड़ा भी लीकेज है क्या? Game is over. Then there should not be any flame near the apparatus, right? So whatever experiment we are doing with that matchstick, so once hydrogen gas is formed, उसके बाद में हम लोग चेक करने के लिए माचिस का स्टिक रखते हैं, या तो फिर you can keep candle. In both the cases you will get pops up. Remember this are but after the production. Once it is done and it is done in a small scale only to check with the production of the gas whether it is happening or not happening. The gas should be collected only after all the air in the apparatus has escaped. बराबर है, पूरा एयर निकल जाने के बाद में ही आपको गैस कलेक्ट करना है. Why? हाँ, explosion because air contain oxygen ना, so air को पूरा निकालना है, then we have to collect it. Then next one, the end of the Phillips tube, ये मैंने आपको बताया था, end of the Phillips tube, it is deep inside that reaction section. So why it is here? So that oxyhydrogen which is formed, it will not escape out. Okay, so these are the few preventive measures that we have to take. Then next one it is test for hydrogen. So test for hydrogen, first one it is combustible, but it does not support burning. Oxygen support burning, and when these combinations come together in presence in air, it is highly explosive. Then it burns with us directly in air or oxygen with pale blue flame forming water. Now this flame color is very important because in 9th as well as in 10th, I think you have practical chemistry flame test. है ना practical chemistry में, तो with hydrogen gas, with acid, with different things, copper, barium, calcium, कौन से कलर फॉर्म होते हैं, that flame color test is there. So hydrogen when it burns in oxygen, once it will form pale blue flame, underline it, pale blue flame forming water. And when it is mixed with air and oxygen, it explodes with a pop sound. This property even we do. It explodes with a pop sound. So these are the some of the tests for hydrogen. Tests are very simple and easy. Even precautions are easy to remember. Day-to-day life is somewhere we are practicing. We are not practicing with the hydrogen gas, but we are practicing with our gas, which contain. What it contain? क्या रहता है उसमें? This is full form ना. घर से निकलते समय हम बंद करते हैं, while putting the अच्छा लिखे. Find out that answer. Okay, next one. Now next it is a manufacture of hydrogen method to prepare hydrogen. Okay. Large quantity और उसमें bulk में करना है. तो bulk में we cannot do in a lab. Okay, because
इंडस्ट्री में लगा.
industry में करते हैं bulk preparation of hydrogen. Now how this bulk preparation is done? Okay, ये कितना हो जाएगा ना? See, it was there in 8th standard. You have 9, E9. Again, you have same thing.
Hydrogen type.
Let's see. All the acids with ammonia. Start पढ़ने आपको study of compounds. Okay, let's start. तो जरा आपको what you have studied in class 8 please बता दो मुझे what is this complete process how it is done shortcut में बता
हॉट में स्टीम डालते हैं,
हाँ hot
Water.
में steam डाल
Steam डालते हैं।
उसको वाटर गैस बनाते हैं।
very good उसको water gas बनाना है so water gas it is chemically it is carbon monoxide with
हाइड्रोजन
हाँ हाइड्रोजन का
water gas you are saying na
हाँ
carbon monoxide with hydrogen. Okay, that is your water gas. Then again,
फिर वाटर गैस को पानी से वाटर इज एडेड स्टीम
अच्छा, steam, मतलब hot water or vapors are added. Okay, then
हम कैटलिस्ट भी यूज करते हैं
okay, and
F3 और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड H2O
H2O.
Yes.
So total how many steps are there?
हम
आपने जो बताया है ना, so it involves how many steps? First step, in step number 1 you prepared water gas. In step number 2, in that water gas you have added water. Right now, so with water it is forming two things. First is hydrogen and second,
हमने वाटर एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड
हाँ तो दो चीजें लिखनी है आपको पता है ना. First is hydrogen gas, second is carbon dioxide. Both are pushing this carbon dioxide and along with that heat is released. Now this indicate that this reaction is highly exothermic. There is no need to heat it again. Okay, no need to heat it again because this reaction is exothermic reaction. One part. Another part, here we are using
cold water
hot डालते हैं,
स्टीम
steam डालते हैं. Water मतलब cold वाला water we are not adding, we are adding steam and steam is having more temperature as compared to water. Steam में मतलब हाँ, तो उसका टेम्परेचर ज्यादा रहता है नॉर्मल का. लास्ट टाइम आपको मैंने बताया था ना, मेरे हाथ को वो जो मार्क हुआ था वो याद है ना? नहीं याद है? इसे कैसे भूल गया था? Okay, now you have catalyst. Which catalyst is used here?
आयरन
Fe2O3 and promoter
CR2
Cr2O3. What is function of promoter?
to improve the efficiency catalyst.
To improve the efficiency of catalyst, and catalyst will increase the rate of the reaction. Okay, so remember process is very simple and easy which is happening in two step. Step number 1 it is catalytic conversion. If you want, note it down in your book. Write down Bush process. उसके नीचे लिखो
स्टेप 1 है कैटालिटिक
हाँ, step 1 it is catalytic conversion of carbon and steam to
पहला वाला एंडोथर्मिक रहेगा ना
पहला वाला 100,000 degree Celsius दिया है first वाला. See, steam is passed over hot coke in furnace.
हाँ मैम लिखा है
हाँ, तो वो तो this complete process it is exothermic. यहाँ पे लिखा है देखो exothermic last में. So the second step it is exothermic. और first वाला it is endothermic. Okay, so note it down. Temperature is 1000 degrees Celsius. So first one it is catalytic conversion of carbon and steam. Steam is what? It is your water vapors. To form water gas. Write down reaction C plus H2O gas at 1000 degrees Celsius giving CO plus H2. Endothermic reaction minus delta किया है हाँ, heating. Endothermic reaction. Then second step water gas is mixed with excess of steam and passed over
ferric oxide.
Heated ferric oxide, heated, that is इसको डाल के छोड़ना नहीं, it should be heated, गर्म वाला heated ferric oxide which act as a catalyst and chromic oxide act as a propellant. Okay, don't give formula लिखो and write down reaction. Temperature is 450 degrees Celsius, so in that furnace there is no need of heating as the reaction is exothermic. One thing, another thing, we are using steam along with that heated catalyst. Both things are hot. थोड़ा सा नहीं, bulk preparation चल रहा है यहाँ पे, तो temperature इसको उतना ही
और इधर Fe2O3 लिखा है एरो पे, और उसके नीचे 450 डिग्री सेल्सियस है, मतलब रिएक्शन 450 डिग्री पे
work करेगा. It will work at 450 degrees Celsius. उसके बाद में separation of अभी now in this there is CO2 product, one product is CO2, our main product is H2, both things are together, we need to separate it. बराबर है ना, separate तो करना पड़ेगा because we are manufacturing only hydrogen and not carbon dioxide, so we need to separate it. So here it is given separation of the abomination is done to force cold water under pressure. Okay, now with this cold water, H2 is soluble in water. H2 is soluble in water. It will not react. Na? So only carbon dioxide it will get dissolved in water, whereas our H2 it will set free in a pure form. Pure मतलब वो इंक्रीज सॉफ्टवेयर रहेगा वो तो निकालना पड़ेगा बाद में. So again for purification that reaction is given KOH with CO2 giving carbonate, potassium carbonate plus H2O. Then next one, in case by mistake if carbon monoxide is also present as one of the impurity, then it can be removed by ammonical cuprous. Now, ammonical means that solution it will be completely basic in nature, ammonical cuprous chloride. अभी यहाँ पे ammonical cuprous chloride दिया है, but ammonia it is not there. बराबर, ammonical is basic है, वो solution that reaction it is carried out in a basic medium. Okay, ammonical, तो वो solution को ammonia का बहुत सारा smell आएगा, thus hydrogen gas is left over. So this is a easy, simplest push process where with the help of the simple reactant you can convert. What we are converting?
Water gas.
We are palace step step number one, water gas from carbon and steam to hydrogen. Carbon and steam to hydrogen. So this reactants they are in small quantity, small reactors are there, carbon and steam. So it may be the cheapest method. Right now? Water को खाली गर्म करना है, water in next period they can use it. Right now, so in next period we will complete with the electrolysis. Only few things are remaining. First we पढ़ाना पड़ेगा. And next time we will not go over everything. शांति आज कहाँ पर है सब लोग? वो तुम्हारा पीछे वाली भी नहीं आई, इसके बाद
लास्ट क्लास में भी सैटरडे को भी बहुत कम लिखते, 3 दिन दो बार था.
एग्जाम सर नहीं हुआ,
मैथ्स का ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो गया जो.
केमिस्ट्री के 3 टॉपिक्स रहेंगे ना,
गैस लॉस, एटमॉस्फेरिक पोल्यूशन और
वन मोर हो गया.
दो बाकी
मैथ्स में आया है वो. क्या करो ना, सेट ही है. मजा कोई. वॉल्यूम 1 से कुछ करते हैं तो. वॉल्यूम 2 में
टिग्नोमेट्री कर दिया है क्या? एक्सटर्नल रूट अच्छा मैंने जब भाई बिजू सर के ऑनलाइन सर में गया है वैसे
मैंने ये कहावासी तक क्लास सर से किया था, उदय सर थे.
अरे यार राउत सर्वे में मैंने बोला था ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का एक चार दो तीन
इससे
दूसरे ये बार मैथ्स बहुत खुला है
अरे मैंने मुझे था जो ये वाकी वाकी पढ़ा करना कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री डिजिटल फार्मूला ग्राफिकल सॉल्यूशन ते या डाटा इंटर ट्रायंगल सॉल्यूशन टाइप तो करते हैं एक ही रेट में
समझे
समझा है कोई पेपर में था 80 मार्क्स को
ये तो कैमरा भी हो
ये मुझे आया 10 साल बैठे
कोई नहीं दिख रहा उधर देख रहा हूँ
पेपर
Yes. Yeah. Chemical reaction to that enzyme. This enzyme turn to this enzyme, and that one label this enzyme to do something else. And that enzyme label that chemical.
लाइक इस दिखाने का
हाँ
वही बोल रहा हूँ
हाँ सही
वही पेपर में था
ऐसा और तीनों बार में ऐसे प्लेन है तो उसको का
अरे मेरा ब्लू वाइट यूनिफॉर्म सो दिन बाद होता है नाम ब्लू पैंट्स वाइट शर्ट
बिल्कुल एलिवेट करने इसको बिल्कुल इसलिए करिए अरे बिल्कुल इसलिए करता था क्या है वो एनहाइड्रस का इस पे पर उसने वो ऑलरेडी बोल दिया दूसरा ऑप्शन उस वजह से मैं वही तो वेट कर रहा था वो बोली कि मैं वो करें
मैं आदमी को बोलने नहीं देती हमको बोला से पहले काम बोलती रही
हाँ पीछे मेरे को भी टोकना था बोलना था मेरे को कि वो एंड ऑफ टर्म के मेरे को एंड में बोला वो बोला पार्ट वन फिर तरीके में बोला नहीं पार्ट टू ये दो क्लास से कब हो रहा है अच्छा वो रिफ्लेक्शन है
तो कभी मैंने देखा नहीं
अरे बैठो एक बार बैठो
हम लोग कितने बार
अच्छा
बैठे
आइसोसेलेस का पैर हाथ देखे क्या था आयुष में
ये बात मत सबसे बेस्ट है वो ये बात कल लंबे लाइन से सो भी करते
ये वाला अच्छा है इसका लाइटिंग वो वाला का बॉल ग्रीन है ना
अरे हम ग्रीन नहीं है बराबर अरे हम लोग मैं पूरा मेरे घर बैठा था मस्त लेट के करता था पूरा मेरे से बायोलॉजी
तो मैं लगा कि वो ही नहीं
तो आना चाहते हैं इसके लिए तुम्हें बायोलॉजी की पढ़ाई
आज मैं 3 दिन से नहीं सोया जाग रहा था मम्मी ने पूछा मेरा दूध मार जाए मैं एक्चुअली बात सुना सुना क्या पोस्टर में नहीं पता अरे यार 15 मिनट देना चाहिए आधा मिनट
आधा घंटा है तो फिर मैं घर से कोई उठे खाना खा लेते भाई एमबीबीएस फाइल मैं जाके
निकल रहा है
और पूरे एमबीबीएस नहीं होता है जल्दी
हाँ
तो पिछले हफ्ते का एमबीबीएस हुआ था
हाँ अरे मैंने जल्दी खत्म कर दिया साइमल्टेनियस तो फर्स्ट पार्ट था हाँ पढ़ दो हो गया
फाइल की
अच्छा जो मैम ने करेक्ट किया है ना वो आधा से ज्यादा गलत ही है तो ये गलत था इसमें तो एक तो बैलेंस कुछ तो बाकी है ये भी गलत था उल्टा हो गया तो मैम ने सबको ठीक नहीं ये तो मैंने अरे ये स्कूल का दिया स्कूल में लिखा हुआ है वो टेस्ट लिया ना इसी को के बना सकते हम भूल गए क्लास चली गई
And chemistry, okay. Actually, math will be not in contact with. And finding the words, जल्दी है. But I tell कोई भी देता है कि math. मैं मैं स्कूल होती 11th में 10th में छोड़ दी है वो फिल्म बना नहीं आता हमारे स्कूल के हमारे अब 9th के बाद हमारे स्कूल में कोई नहीं है आई सोच पे कुछ मजा मजा मतलब ऐसे बात करने वाला मजा नहीं है ऐसे ना क्लास में हुआ था हाँ वो क्लास में हुआ मेरे स्कूल की टीचर इधर पढ़ा था ना करके ये पढ़ाओ नहीं है ऐसे डालेंगे इसको ICSE स्कूल में ना कॉन्सेप्ट है अरे मेरा हिस्ट्री में 50% क्वेश्चन था ब्यूटी के वर्ग से बाकी 80 मार्क्स के ऊपर में ठीक उससे बनाया
चलो कंप्लीट करेंगे नेक्स्ट पार्ट now see in this we are preparing hydrogen gas okay hydrogen gas when it react with oxygen it is explosive in nature it catches fire okay hydrogen hydrogen gas and oxygen gas but if you carry out the electrolysis of water then reverse thing there will be decomposition.
first normal water acidulated water
And to get a concept, let me come on that point. Normal water or acidulated water, which water. Now, in देखो यहाँ पे तत्व उसमें से बाहर आ जाओ. For electrolysis, we need 3 basic compounds. Okay, it is not out of your syllabus. It is a part of your syllabus. Next year you will have this 3 components are here. First is an electrode. Positive electrode, negative electrode, cathode, and second is your container, beaker, vessel, tank, a company में कर रहे हो that container it is not conducting electricity. And the third component which is required is your electrolytic solution. Now normally if you are using distilled water it does not contain electricity, so it is pure water. Right now it does not contain impurity, so it will not undergo electrolysis process. Hence, small amount of concentrated acid is added. Due to addition of the small amount of concentrated acid, what happened? We are adding impurity now. So impurity से क्या होने वाला है? Electricity pass होगा मतलब उससे ions form हो जाएंगे and there will be passage of current. And with the passage of current, what happened? We are doing electrolysis of water. It will decompose into H2 and O2 gas. Shanti sisters, understood? Pure water, it conducts electricity. Distilled water, yes or no? Hi Anna, मुझसे बोलो. Hi Anna, why? Distilled water is a bad conductor of electricity. Why it is bad conductor? अभी तो पता है why it is bad conductor? Why it is bad conductor? Distilled water.
distilled water is does not contain any impurity
सादा नल वाला पानी अगर लोगे ना करंट के दूर नहीं जाता रेनी सीजन में ये वॉल से ना गीला हो जाता कभी-कभी ऐसे होता है कि इसमें से थोड़ा सा करंट सीधे sometimes it happens हाँ तो रेनी सीजन में हमको ऐसे गीले वाले वॉल से थोड़ा दूर रहना चाहिए कितना भी अच्छा बिल्डिंग रहेगा घर रहेगा ना तो it may happen. So remember एक्सपेरिमेंट करने मत जाना किसी ने बता देते हो okay that water it is an water where it is getting down तो इसमें जो impurity है it will get dissolved ना so it conduct electricity but if you have distilled water it will not conduct electricity it is impurity free और अगर impurity के लिए उसमें ions चाहिए so we are adding H2SO4 and remember you can have this question of Gulisan में ये क्वेश्चन है सकता है small amount of acid is added for electrolysis of water and why it is added Why it is added?
Ma'am, because distilled water does not have any impurities.
Impurities, and it will not conduct electricity, or you can say it does not ionizes. याद रखना है.
Actually, concentrate or
Concentrate, concentrate, dilute वाला नहीं, concentrate.
Already ready.
हाँ, already dilute रहता है, उसमें पहले ही पानी मिला है, वो नहीं, concentrate. Okay, now see here. It is given in manufacture of electrolysis of water. Water is a poor conductor of electricity. मिला? Huh? And this thing is about which water? Distilled water. In order to make it a conductor, a less volatile acid, sulfuric acid is added. It is less volatile, not volatile. Okay, if you are going with HCl, it is volatile. H2SO4, non-volatile. It is added. On passing electric current, it will dissociate, or you can say it will ionize. It ionizes as H positive and OH negative ion. So ionization, underline that reaction. लिखोगे तो ज्यादा बेटर है. Reaction is very simple and easy. H2O giving, this reaction is reversible or irreversible. Check it out. It is reversible or irreversible? It is reversible. So H positive plus OH negative ions are formed. Once you add H2SO4, reversible reaction take place to form H positive and OH negative ions. Okay. Now, as I have told you, our electrolytic cell, that complete device, it contains 3 components. Which are these 3 components? बताया था ना? Electrodes. Okay, first component electrode. Second part, second component, that beaker, cell, and third component is your solution. Okay. Now here we are getting H positive, OH negative in that solution. Our electrolytic cell, this cell contain 2 electrodes, 1 and 2. One first positive, negative. कौन से बता दो now? Positive it is known as electrode.
Cathode.
अच्छा, positive is cathode. Positive is anode.
Why?
And negative it is cathode.
cathode.
Confuse मत होना. And positive ions are cations. Negative ions are anions. Remember this term, So these 2 electrodes are there. Now from this, this is positive charge, this is negative charge. This is cation, this is anion. These are present in this solution. So they will migrate it where they will be attracted towards which electrode? Oppositely charged electrode. So H positive, it will go towards cathode. H positive. And here, oxygen. OH. Still we have not done with the reaction. Just only the migration part we are doing. So as per the charges, they will be attracted by oppositely charged electrode, positive towards negative electrode, and negatively charged towards positive electrode. Okay. Now we have to work out with the reaction. So everyone please write down this reaction in your book. At cathode. So what we have at cathode? H positive. बराबर है ना? We have H positive at cathode. डायग्राम आप अभी घर पे बनाओ. ये तो मैंने ऐसे आपको समझने की आपको चाहिए तो आप बना के रख, लेकिन उसमें टाइम मत लगाना. Be fast. It is only for understanding. I have made this figure. Okay, at cathode. So at cathode, what we have? H positive, which is positively charged, plus it will take 1 electron to form H. Okay, पहले समझ लो मैं बताता हूँ. H. Now this H, they come together to form H2 gas. This is the requirement of our excluded. Okay, अभी आप बोलोगे इलेक्ट्रॉन आया. Because we have written dissociation reaction of water, H positive, OH negative. Here I am saying that
OH से जाएगा OH से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा
OH से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा इसके अंदर से, लेकिन वो यहाँ पे हमको कहीं इलेक्ट्रॉन दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है ना, तो अभी तक तो आपने कहीं देखा नहीं इलेक्ट्रॉन. तो this complete thing it is connected to the circuit. This is that solution. Okay, solution. This is the arrangement of electrolytic cell. Now see, H positive it is migrating towards cathode. Cathode it is negatively charged. So at cathode what happened? This H positive it takes electron. It is converted into hydrogen. And hydrogen, many hydrogen atoms are there near the surface of cathode. They will combine to form hydrogen gas. अभी H पॉजिटिव तो यहाँ पर है, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज करने वाला है. Okay, but it is this complete arrangement is having external circuit also. This is internal ना, external circuit भी है. By the means of wire we have connected to key. Right now it is having external circuit. तो ये वाला जो है ना, the flow of electron it is anode, battery, cathode. Remember this, anode, whatever electron which is released here, it will be migrated to anode, then from anode external circuit, na, battery and then to cathode. ऐसा freely अगर available है तो भी नहीं ले सकता. Sequence is ABC. This is for electron, anode, battery, cathode. Okay, one part of the reaction we have done. Then the second part. For second part, your OH negative they are free in the solution. They are carrying negative charge. Okay, and where they are migrating? Anode. So at the surface of anode, add anode. Anode. What happens at anode? OH negative. It will release electron. Okay, release electron giving OH. So again many OH are there. This OH plus OH, it will form H2O plus O. Okay, now again oxygen it is set free. So oxygen plus oxygen it combines to form O2. Our dissociation reaction it was in this way. देखो बराबर है. O2 at anode. Now this two reaction I have written. First is split at cathode, another is at anode. Now look at this reaction carefully and identify from this two which one it is reduction reaction and which is oxidation reaction. आपने definition वगैरह तो पढ़ी है.
OH reduction और oxidation H
आप मुझे बता दो कौन सा क्या रिडक्शन है, कौन सा ऑक्सीडेशन है. लेटर आगे आई टू टेल यू द डेफिनेशन आल्सो फॉर रिडक्शन एंड ऑक्सीडेशन, रिड्यूसिंग एंड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग रिएक्शन. टू रिएक्शंस आई हैव रिटन. मैंने आपको प्रिंसिपल दी थी. In first one, H plus electron. H plus electron. In terms of electron, reduction oxidation can be defined in two different ways. One is in terms of electron and second in terms of oxygen and hydrogen. Now we are doing in terms of electron. Okay, so this is reduction or oxidation reaction.
oxidation.
Gain of electron it is reduction or oxidation. Gain of electron is oxidation. जरा सोचो जरा. लक्ष्मी, sorry, कौन शांति. Gain of electron.
Reduction
And this is oxidation.
वो reduction
दोनों भी. Overall it is redox reaction. From this, one is oxidation, another is reduction. Okay, how you define oxidation? वो मत देना.
Reduction of oxygen.
In terms of electrons. We are defining in terms of electrons, not in terms of oxygen and hydrogen. यहाँ पे बताया ना मैंने इलेक्ट्रॉन और ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन. Now here we are showing electron ना. तो अब मुझे बताओ कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं ऑक्सीडेशन. Oxidation means what? Don't know. नहीं पता है तो don't know. अच्छा नहीं पता है ये आपको खाली ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन वाले में हो गया.
हाँ.
कैसे कब पता हो फिर?
तो मेरे को
नहीं मैं उसके लिए आंसर के लिए रुकी थी. Now see here एक सिंपल एग्जांपल बताती हूँ. Na एटॉमिक नंबर सब आपको पता है उसका. Giving Na positive plus 1 electron. Then Cl negative plus electron. It forms Cl. Okay? Cl. Now in this there is a loss of electron. In this there is gain of electron. Now this is converted into positive metal ion. वो हम time being we will forget that, we will talk only for loss and gain of electron. So loss of electron, that reaction is oxidation, whereas gain of electron is reduction reaction. Okay, loss of electron, it is oxidation. Gain of electron, it is reduction. So here it is loss, and here it is gain. Now look at this two reactions and tell me which one is reduction and which is oxidation reaction.
upper one is reduction.
Upper one is reduction because there is gain of electron. This is reduction reaction. Okay, and second one, this one, as it is loss of electron, this is oxidation reaction. समझ में आ गया? Oxidation and reduction can be defined by two methods. आपके बुक में है, next part is there. One is in terms of electron, other in terms of oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, so here there is gain of electron. It is known as reduction reaction. So reduction it is happening at cathode, and oxidation it is happening at एनोड. ओके देखो यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन लॉस होते हैं और मैंने आपको फ्लो में क्या बताया है, एनोड बैटरी कैथोड. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन लॉस होके कहाँ जा रहे हैं, वेयर दे आर गोइंग. पर यहाँ से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन लॉस हो गए वो गए कहाँ, एनोड बैटरी कैथोड. अंडरस्टूड ना. देखो यहाँ पे गेन हो गया. ये इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ से आया है, डायरेक्ट फ्रॉम सॉल्यूशन. हाँ, बट वो सॉल्यूशन में से गया कहाँ पे, एनोड बैटरी कैथोड. अंडरस्टूड दैट सीक्वेंस. नेक्स्ट. Now here it is given the main advantage lies in simultaneous. Oxygen is simultaneously produced at anode and both the gases are pure. So there is again no need to purify because we are just doing electrolysis of water. We are doing electrolysis of water. It does not contain any catalyst, any promoter, nothing. By the means of electricity, we are forming H2 and O2 gas. Both the gases can be prepared. IMP करके रखो. We can have such question for your exam. समझ में आया? Flow of electron sequence क्या है? हाँ, and reduction take place at cathode. Cathode contain which charge? And which ions are magnetic towards cathode? कौन से वाले? H4. याद रहेगा ना? शांति. Okay, next one. From natural gas. This is one of the way of preparing hydrogen gas. Method is very simple again. So methane. Okay, it is hydrocarbon, organic compound containing carbon and hydrogen. If you go with the organic chemistry, it is the first member of alkane family, CHO. है ना? So again with steam, which is hot, having more temperature than boiling water, and it is passed over nickel catalyst at 800 degrees Celsius. Again, temperature is very high to form CO and 3H2. 3H2 carbon monoxide with hydrogen. हमारा रिक्वायरमेंट ही है हाइड्रोजन गैस. Now next thing, experiment to prove that hydrogen it is very light. Very light. Now look at that experiment. Same reactants are there. देखो, same reactants are there. Then we have used zinc granules with either HCl or H2SO4. Same thing is there. है ना? Then with the help of the delivery tube, it is collected. Collected and passed over soap solution.
सोप सॉल्यूशन वाटर से हेवियर है.
हाँ, वो इसके अंदर है ना, वो कोलाइडल है ना, वो कोलाइडल सस्पेंशन सॉल्यूशन. You have that? नहीं है?
ये
is
मैग्नेशियम को लास्ट ईयर था.
last year
था.
So light will disperse with that soap solution. It will be turbid solution or transparent solution. Turbid मतलब मराठी में बोलेंगे तो उसको ऐसे गरल पानी बोलते हैं. पता नहीं आपको क्या. It is not trans. Soap solution कैसा होगा? पानी का उसमें सोप डाल के आप डिसॉल्व करोगे तो आपको कैसा मिलेगा? Leather type. Oh, but it is not visible. Now see, two things are there. Transparent solution, one thing. Okay. Then second one, we cannot say it is a semi-transparent because transparency उसमें नहीं इतना ज़्यादा नहीं रहता. Then if you dilute milk, उसमें से उधर ज़रा भी transparent नहीं, you will get milky solution. And the soap solution means it is not completely transparent. थोड़ा उसका density high. Okay, यहाँ पे देखो. On passing hydrogen gas to the soap solution, it is observed that soap bubbles filled with the hydrogen fly higher until they burst out. This behavior proves that hydrogen is lighter than air. अभी हमने पहले वाले एक्सपेरिमेंट में देखा था एफोरेंसेस फॉर्म हो रहे हैं. When hydrogen gas is passing water, there are formation of efferences. Okay, but water, as it is water, it will not form any bubble. But instead of that, if you have the soap solution, वो ऐसा बबल को पता रहेगा ना. हाँ, वो मिलता है 50 रुपीस का 6 बबल ऐसे ब्लो करते हैं, बहुत सारे निकलते हैं. So it will be that type. हाँ. तो क्या हो जाएगा? When we will pass hydrogen gas, there will be formation of bubbles and those bubbles will fly up because they are lighter than air ना. थोड़े समय के बाद वो फूटने में. Nice ना? Small activity this you can do in your school. कभी science activity एक तो करके देखियो छोटा सा. और टीचर भी बताएगा.
इतना apparatus
नहीं क्या है उसमें कुछ भी तो नहीं है. Just one jar. Then that funnel delivery tube. Done ना. Band delivery tube और आगे का part वाला rubber का भी use करते. Rubber tube you can use. Okay, let us see the properties of hydrogen. First one, it is colorless. True na? True. We cannot see even in air hydrogen is present. We cannot see. Then colorless, odorless, and non-toxic. Toxic तो नहीं है, but once it come in contact with air, explosion. Then it is lightest gas. It is 14 times, 4 times less than air, and it is slightly soluble in water. Not more, slightly. We are saying it is insoluble, but it is very slightly soluble, and it liquefies at -240. Means if you apply pressure with low temperature, high pressure, low temperature, then it will be converted into liquid state. Liquid state means -24 degrees. 240 है, 240. This is not 240 degrees Celsius. Degree का sign दिया है. Degrees Celsius, so it is 240 degrees Celsius. 24 degrees, 240 degrees Celsius. Then chemical properties. Chemical properties में the first one was very important property is reaction with oxygen. Okay, so hydrogen with oxygen. Just now we have done electrolysis. It's a reversible reaction. So product will be what reaction था ना? Hydrogen, oxygen, reversible reaction. It will form water. Water. Okay, it is reversible reaction. Now on that page you will find the first one. Oxygen and hydrogen. H2 plus O2 giving 2H2O. Hydrogen burns with a pop sound in oxygen while pale blue flame forming water. Blue pure hydrogen burns quietly in air.
पर इधर रिवर्सिबल का साइन क्यों नहीं दिया है? ये रिएक्शन रिवर्सिबल है। बोले
नहीं अलग मत बोलो ऐसे नहीं। मैं तो एक ही आंसर दूंगी कि भाई अपना पूछ। मैं नहीं कुछ बोला करे। नहीं मैं दो घर पे जाकर स्टडी कर। Then second one, hydrogen with chlorine, it form
HCl.
HCl. HCl, in which state it is? नहीं, because state is not given, whether it is in liquid state or in gaseous
state.
So, and the gaseous state we have to be very careful with the gaseous form because we have two things, either hydrogen chloride gas or hydrochloric acid. One is gas, other is liquid. Okay. Then equal volume, both are at equal volume and they are reacting very slowly in order to produce HCl. Now your hydrogen continues to burn in chlorine. Then next one, nitrogen. So hydrogen with nitrogen, देखो मैंने आपको पहले बोला था ना, in 10th standard you will be having 3 acid with ammonia. So first reaction of HCl it is with chlorine. Second reaction of ammonia it is with nitrogen. In both these cases, hydrogen is one of the reactants. Yeah, as it is there in class. Method of preparation. Okay. Then the third one is sulfur and hydrogen. So sulfur dioxide is formed and it is having rotten egg smell. बड़ा गंदा smell होता है ये नहीं जाता. Then next one, reaction of hydrogen with metal. So these reactions are very easy and we have already learned the reactivity series, which element can displace which one half elements above hydrogen, they are reactive, they can replace the lower one, right now. So first one, hydrogen with potassium, it forms KH. Now here it is given dry hydrogen pass heated over metal, it forms corresponding hydrides. Under the line oscope, it forms corresponding hydrides. Hydrides with hydrogen. And with water it forms hydroxides. याद आया? ये हमने starting में in the beginning of the lecture I have started with this only. With oxygen, oxide. With water, hydroxide. And with carbon dioxide, carbon. So hydrogen, one more term added in your list. With hydrogen it forms hydride. Then next देखो, second one it is with sodium. Again hydride is from calcium and H2. Hydride, again hydride is from, right? Calcium hydride. Then this calcium hydride, when it is treated with water, it forms calcium hydrox. बराबर water के साथ में हमने hydride का reaction किया, it will form hydroxide. Another option is with पढ़ा था ना metal with water, है ना? हाँ, metal with water also form hydroxide. And this is calcium hydride. With water it form hydrous oxide. इसको start करके रखो. Then reaction with metallic oxide. Now reaction with metallic oxide means here we are doing using metal oxide. Okay, and in every of this reaction heating is shown. Heating is shown and along with that color change as a metal oxide change to metal. Color of the metal is changing. Metal oxide, it is in combination with oxygen. and metals they are pure metal without any combination. So there is a color change. Now starting with the first one, Fe2O3. This we have used where? Use here now for as a catalyst. We are right now. So as a catalyst, it was used in that process. Now this is in the form of metallic oxide with hydrogen. It's for metal and water. Metal and water and color from brown to gray. देखो water is removed from here. Huh? So with the removal of water, there is a color change brown to gray. Then second one Fe3O4 again heating with hydrogen, but these are 4 molecules of hydrogen. Ferric chloride, ferrous chloride, lead oxide, cupric oxide, copper oxide. Last one. Huh? इसका oxidation number, there is change in the oxidation number. Ferrous, ferric, huh? Nitrate, nitrate, nitrite, sulfate, sulfide. ये ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में चेंज होने से इनके नाम चेंज होते हैं. हाँ, अभी नेक्स्ट वन देखो. So everywhere in all of this reaction, metal is set free with water. बराबर? हाँ, so you have to remember at least few reaction. First one is more important from my point, and the last one, because most of the time copper reaction it is asked. चलो, next are the uses of hydrogen. So where hydrogen is used, some all uses are given. First as a fuel, not to prepare liquid hydrogen. It is used for heat. High heat of combustion, it is used as a fuel for coal, water gas, and liquid hydrogen. Then oxyhydrogen torch. Oxyhydrogen. So this combination of oxygen and hydrogen gas is used to produce temperature touching 2500 degrees Celsius. Normal torch which we are using is giving that much of temperature? No. Okay, so incubation till maybe this torch is used where temperature is 2500 degrees Celsius. Then atomic hydrogen torch. Here temperature is more than that. Okay, so instead of heating, if you keep this torch on, it will give temperature of about this. समझ में आया? लाइट जाने के बाद हम लोग क्विकली मोबाइल का टॉर्च चालू कर देते हैं. गेट लाइट. बराबर है ना? मोबाइल भी हमारा गर्म हो जाता है थोड़ा सा लोग टॉर्च चालू करने के बाद में. लेकिन यहाँ पे ये टॉर्च चालू करेंगे तो जस्ट इमेजिन इट इज 2500 डिग्री सेल्सियस. इट इज 2800 degrees Celsius. So without heating also you can carry out the reaction by showing or keeping the torch on. अभी तक जितना किया उधर का टेम्परेचर लगा 2500 last maximum it was 1000 degrees Celsius. Then for hydrogenation of vegetable oil. Okay, vegetable oil. आपको पता है ना oils and fat there is a difference which is saturated and which one is unsaturated. What is the difference between saturated and unsaturated? Chemistry of carbon compound आता है तो पता रहेगा नहीं तो नहीं.
Saturated. मतलब एक solution है, solute maximum level तक पहुंच जाएगा. इसके आगे वो कंट्रीब्यूट का सेपरेशन टू सैचुरेट.
Okay, आप जो बता रहे हैं वो saturation you are saying in terms of solution, right? In terms of carbon compounds, saturated compounds are those compounds which contain carbon single. Unsaturated compound, next year you are having chemistry of carbon compound. Unsaturated compounds contain carbon double or triple. Alkane, alkene, alkyne आपने सुना है ना? Alkane contain carbon single bond. शांति ऊपर से लेना जरा फ्लाइट मोड पे जाता रहेगा तो बता देना मैं स्पीड मेरा कम कर डालूंगी और अच्छे से और थोड़ा बता के बैठूंगी. Not understanding? कौन सा वाला part? अच्छा, note down here. Close. With this thing, it is with reference to your organic compound, carbon compound, okay? Carbon single bond, see right on C dash C. Dash it is a single, huh? Single bond means saturated. Saturated compound. So saturated compound contain carbon,
Triple carbon.
single bond. Triple carbon, single bond. यहाँ पे देख. This is possible in case of alkanes. आपको next year chemistry of carbon compound में you have alkane, alkenes, and alkynes. So in case of alkane, there is carbon single bond. This line is nothing but single bond. Okay, example alkane, we can have C2H6. In this way, you can represent this structure. Okay, this is ethene. घर पे जाके प्रोपेन बना लेंगे. फॉर्मूला करके अगर आपको आता रहेगा प्रैक्टिस कर लो. Then alkene, it contains carbon double. Between two carbon atoms, there is double. Example is ethene, H, C, double bond H, H and H. This is ethene. At home, next structure of propene. And triple bond means it will be ethyne. So ethyne is HC triple bond CH. आपको next year ऐसा as it is there for in classification part. Okay. Now with the help of hydrogen, your vanaspati ghee is obtained from liquid vegetable fats. Liquid जो आई वाला रहता है ना, आई वाला उसको फैट, actually they are fats only, but they are in the liquids. और वनस्पति घी में उसको कन्वर्ट करेंगे, उनको सैचुरेट करेंगे. So your unsaturated compound liquid वाला it will be converted into saturated compound. तो क्या आने वाला saturated compound is what? Saturated compound contain, बताएं ना. Shanti, you have written a saturated. So what are saturated compound? Carbon single bond. ऊपर वाले में लिखो carbon saturated, carbon single. Okay. Then next one, hydrogenation of coal. So coal का hydrogenation means addition of hydrogen take place in coal. And last one in extraction of metal. Okay, so for extraction of metal, it can be used as a reducing agent. Then in metallurgical balloons, तो balloons वाला part आपको पता रहेगा, as it is light in red. हाँ, तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे? Air balloons are filled with hydrogen gas and they are. लेकिन हम function क्या दिया है? It is not for fun. It is for study. अभी यहाँ पे तो उसका रेफरेंस नहीं है. मैं तो हमेशा एक आंसर दूंगी अपनी बुक का रेफरेंस. बेकार में मुझे नहीं. Whatever new things are there now, okay. If it is given in your book, follow it. If you are doing by Google, then make sure this is actually happening. Otherwise, you don't try from your end and it will go wrong. You will not get marks. Please don't try it. Now going to the next part, oxidation and reduction. It is there on both E and OH. जैसे मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला, it can be done by two method. One is in terms of electron and से बाकी का सब निकाल देते हो. Otherwise you will be confused with this off. This thing is clear ना? Saturated and unsaturated, it is clear now. So carbon single bond is saturated. saturated, and this is unsaturated. As water topic is, you have already studied water topic, saturated, super saturated solution, but this is not in contrast with that solution, it is in contrast with our organic compounds. Huh? चलो ये देख लेते हैं अभी. This also flow of electron ABC.
ABC.
Okay. So first one, it is with reference to electrons. With reference to electrons, simple reaction I have written here. Na giving Na positive plus 1 electron. Similarly, Cl, it will take that electron and it will be converted into Cl negative. आपने ये सब study करके finally you told me that this is the oxidation reaction. Oxidation where there is loss of electron, and this is the reduction reaction where there is gain of electron. This all we are doing in terms of electron. यहाँ पे ध्यान से देख. Okay. Now frequently in your next class, reducing agent term will be used. पहले बताती हूँ, अभी भी वहां पर है reducing agent. अभी reducing agent means what? This substance, it is losing electron. It is giving that electron to someone else. This particular sodium metal, it is using electron. It is giving that electron to Cl. And sodium itself is acting as, it is acting as reducing agent. ध्यान दो, oxidation, loss of electron, but sodium it is acting as reducing agent. वो जबरदस्ती अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन तो दे रहा है, लेकिन it is forcing the next atom, ion or molecule to take that electron, to accept that electron. So itself it is acting as a reducing agent. On the other hand, chlorine, it is reduced, it is taking the electron. है ना? तो अगर ये दे रहा है, देने में जबरदस्ती कर रहा है, तो ये भी उसका निकालने में, लेने में फोर्स करेगा ना. So this is acting as an oxidizing agent. ये आपको reaction दे देंगे and they will ask you to identify the type of reaction or identify oxidizing or reducing agent. Okay, so oxidation is what?
Yes.
In terms of electron, it is loss of electron, and that substance it is reducing agent. Whereas reduction, it is gain of electron, and that particular substance it is oxidizing agent. याद रहेगा? No problem. Okay. This is in one contrast. Other contrast in terms of oxygen and hydrogen. जो आपने पढ़ा है वो. So what is oxidation?
Addition of
oxidation or removal.
Or removal of hydrogen. Or is there ना? और को नहीं बोलना, and मत डालना है, नहीं, and नहीं होता, or. Either gain of oxygen or loss of hydrogen. Similarly, reduction
Gain of hydrogen
or loss of oxygen. Okay. Now page number 109. आगे. Oxidation, reduction, two columns are there. Whatever things we have discussed, we will just go through it. First one, loss of electron in oxidation, right? On that side, it is gain of electron, underline that. Then, oxidation and addition of oxygen, right? जो आपने बताया. और reduction में क्या आने वाला है?
removal of oxygen.
Reduction means removal of oxygen, right? In terms of oxygen you have done, in terms of electron you have done. Now in terms of hydrogen. In terms of hydrogen, what is oxidation?
Removal of hydrogen.
Removal of hydrogen, and on that side,
Addition of hydrogen.
addition of hydrogen. ये तीनों के concept clear हो गए? शांति? Sure. Next. Addition of electronegative ion. Addition of electronegative ion and removal of electronegative ion.
From there, this word is become positive, electropositive, and electronegative ion.
अब ये देखो everywhere same thing is explained ना oxidation ऊपर से देखो addition of electron gain or loss in terms of electron oxygen में addition removal in terms of oxygen for hydrogen again in terms of hydrogen it is either gain or loss. The third thing it is about electronegative ion. तो उसको उसी टर्म में बताया है either gain or loss. नेक्स्ट वाला पॉइंट देखो नेक्स्ट वाला इट इज फॉर द इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव आयन समझ में आया व्हाटएवर पॉइंट इज टेकन ना उसका गेन या लॉस उसका गेन और लॉस सो फॉर दिस इट इज एडिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव फॉर ऑक्सीडेशन एंड देयरफॉर रिडक्शन removal of electronegative. Next one for electropositive ion it is removal of electropositive ion and on that side it is addition of electropositive ion. So in short we can say addition of electronegative ion or removal of electropositive ion. बराबर है हाइड्रोजन पॉजिटिव H पॉजिटिव हम लोग लिख रहे हैं ना बराबर है ना ऑक्सीडेशन का डेफिनेशन हमने कैसे बोला है और राइट ना एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन और रिमूवल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन ऑक्सीजन कैरीज नेगेटिव चार्ज whereas hydrogen carries positive charge. Understood this concept? It is not difficult ना थोड़ा थोड़ा ध्यान देना then oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So just now I had described what is meaning of oxidizing agent and reducing agent. क्या है in short?
Oxidizing means removal of electron. And reducing the addition.
Shanti, say removal of electron is
Oxidation.
agent. We are talking about oxidizing agent.
Reducing agent रहेगा. Removal of oxygen is the reducing agent and addition of oxygen to electron is oxidizing agent.
सोच रहे क्या बोला समझ में नहीं आ रहा रेंज में आंसर नहीं बैठ रहे शांति करे थे मेरे लिए रेंज में नहीं बैठ रहे उसके मुझे नहीं समझ
नहीं करता.
नहीं समझ एक्चुअल में नहीं
मतलब
एकदम क्लियरली हाँ नहीं ओके नो इशू नहीं
addition of electron oxidizing agent. Electron
I got हाँ
I got.
so हाँ oxidation it is the addition of electron that reaction it is reduction reaction but whatever atom ion molecule it will act as a oxidizing agent.
Very good.
Understood?
सही है
सही ओके गुड लेकिन थोड़ा ऐसा लंबा चौड़ा घुमा के
हाँ दूसरे
okay दूसरा confusion इसलिए हो गया कि in very first step you have to clarify that this particular reaction it is reducing reaction not redox it is reducing reaction and or reduction reaction and that particular atom ion molecule whatever you are using it is acting as an oxidizing agent. समझ में आया? Then it will be easy for understanding. See here. An oxidizing agent is one that oxidizes another substance by accepting electron. Reduction, right now, or providing oxygen or electronegative ion or removing hydrogen bubble. इतना मत करना, just remember the first part. जो easy वाला है, हाँ, क्योंकि ये नहीं तो फिर ऐसे पूरा ब्रेक नहीं हो जाएगा, तुम्हारा हैंग हो जाएगा. Then oxidizing agent, test for oxidizing agent done. Test for oxidizing agent. Now what is happening at oxidizing agent part? We have defined in three terms now. In terms of oxygen we have defined, in terms of hydrogen we have defined, in terms of electron. So in terms of electron it is gain. In terms of oxygen, loss. In terms of hydrogen, again it is gain. So these three are the method. Now hydrogen, just now we have completed hydrogen. What कुछ पढ़ा है? So we can prove now that a hydrogen is present here. How it can be proved?
Hydrogen का
Hydrogen का presence.
presence.
Vacuum sound. Okay. देखो first वाला glowing speed. Okay. Second one, they form yellow precipitate of sulfur when they bubble through solution of H2S. Second one, when washed with HCl, they liberate Cl2 which bleaches the moist litmus paper. Bleaches means colorize, decolorize हो जाएगा उसका. And on treating with Ki, they liberate I2 which turn moist iodine to blue, which indicate the presence of hydrogen at this particular area. Then for reducing agent, yes, Shanti, anyone Shanti, Shanti 1, Shanti 2, reducing agent, मतलब क्या? Everything is there on you. Reducing agent means Shanti, also like answer दे दी. You are Shanti. These two girls are shy. Removing oxygen. But second, hydrogen concept. Adding, एक मिनट, oxidation में क्या होता है? Adding of oxygen, ना? Removal of hydrogen, right? And electron. Oxidation में electron कैसे famous? Loss of electrons. So these three things are there. So oxidation means what? Either it is loss of electron, or it is addition of oxygen, or it is removal of hydrogen. बराबर? Then coming to the next part, reducing agent. Reducing agent मतलब okay, but that substance, ion, molecule
जो ऑक्सीडेशन
जिसका जो ऑक्सीडेशन कर रहा है, जो इलेक्ट्रॉन दे रहा है या ऑक्सीजन दे रहा है या हाइड्रोजन दे रहा है, it will act as a reducing agent. मैंने लिखा है
वो रिड्यूस कर रहा है, वो ऑक्सीडाइजिंग है, जो ऑक्सीडाइज कर रहा है वो रिड्यूस.
And one more thing, reduction normally we are saying for reducing. जब हम माइनस करते हैं reduction term हम लोग यूज करते हैं, वो reduction term को यहाँ पे आप लाइन में -1, हाँ याद रखो. Okay, test for reducing agent. So for reducing agent, this all compounds are given in all three states: solid, liquid, and gaseous state. Now first one is liberate NO2 brown fumes with a nitric acid. Second, CuO with a black coloration. Then pink color with KMNO4, it decolorizes. So it is happening that purple वो जो उसका कैप का कलर ना बॉटल तो आपको वो सॉल्यूशन में डालने के बाद में वैसा वाला कलर मिलेगा. बट व्हेन यू ऐड दिस KMNO4 ना, इट विल decolorize, which indicate it is present. Oxidation is happening. It is acting as a reducing agent. Then next one, acidified K2Cr2O7, which is orange in color, becomes green when treated with a reducing agent. Again, there is a change. Now the last and the important point is a redox reaction. So redox reaction is what? It is sum total of reduction and oxidation. It is simultaneous reaction. In short, it is simultaneous reaction where reduction and oxidation both happening simultaneously. One part is for reduction, other part is for oxidation. If you go to the same example, NaCl, one electron is lost by Na, that electron is gained by Cl. Na undergo oxidation, Cl undergo reduction. Na is acting as a reducing agent, whereas Cl is acting as an oxidizing agent. And if you go for the net reaction, then you will not find any of the electron because it is balanced. And ये दो reaction है oxidation reduction का. If I write the net reaction for this one,
redox करके oxidation और reaction का अलग अलग
ये करते हैं. This is oxidation, this is reduction. पहले हम लोग इसका net reaction लिखते हैं. Na plus Cl plus electron giving left वाले term left में arrow as it is, right वाले term right में Na positive plus electron plus Cl negative. Okay. Now this electron and this electron get cancelled. Remaining part is your NaCl giving Na positive and Cl negative. Okay, one part. Now this redox term, redox reaction. ये ऐसा बन रहा है ना redox reaction. It is divided into two parts. One part is for redox. Second part is for oxidation. So RED stand for
reduction.
reduction. OX it stand for oxidation. Sum total is nothing but your redox. In redox, oxidation and reduction, it is simultaneous process. Whenever you will write the net reaction, you will not find any electron. जितने produce होते हैं, उतने utilize. Okay, same topic it is there for class 11 science. और शायद आपका पहले previous class में भी हो गया है.
हाँ redox होते
हो गया ना? Okay, now here many examples, small sweet examples are given here. Along with that, one difference point is also mentioned. Just go through that difference point. Here we have completed with this topic. Next class we will start with
gas.
yes. देखो points देखो, still time is there. है ना? हमने जल्दी खत्म कर दिया. नहीं एक मिनट नहीं डालना है. नहीं ऐसा. अरे 1 minute. It is still 6:20. 6:20. Sorry. कितने बजे start होता है? 4:30 से start.
4:30 to 5:50.
But anyways, this topic is easy. Read from your text. And for supporting, you can use this one or whatever you have written, thoda change in between. Refer. कौन सा ये start करेंगे next class में? Border आप लोगों के साथ मैंने किया था border border. I have done periodic table, this one और बहुत सारा कुछ आता है. हमारा
आप स्टेज शुरू किया आपने आपका फर्स्ट लेक्चर.
now study of gases and for atmospheric pressure मैंने लोगों को बोला है pollution to prepare with any of the small topic. आप एक छोटा सा कोई किसी टॉपिक लो, just talk on that particular topic for 3 to 4 minutes.
कौन कब करना है?
At the end.
After class.
After class.
Okay.
Okay, मैं बता दूँगा.
सबको आवडलेली चीज ऐसे है ब्रेक वर एलिमेंट करने का अभी टेस्ट कर ली इसको ये है
नहीं है उसको.
बाय
हाँ